Hey, welcome back to my channel. I have an amazing book to share with you guys today. Furyborn. Oh my goodness. If you guys have not tried to get this ARC or pre-ordered it or something, you need to do that because this book is freaking amazing, especially being book one in a trilogy. And this is by Claire Legrand. I have never heard of her before, and then when this book came on the scene and I started reading this, I had to know who she was. Her writing is so impeccable, and the way that she writes her characters, one, I love a strong female lead. So for me, if there's a female lead that's kind of badass, I'm kind of all over it. So let me tell you a little bit about Furyborn. Furyborn is about, it starts, let me start from the beginning. It starts with a queen who is having birth to a baby. And it is a crazy scene. I mean, from the very beginning, you're going to be like, oh my God, what's going on? But you'll find in this story that there is some type of topsy-turvy magical thing going on, and you can't quite grasp it in the beginning of the story because you see this baby go into some type of wormhole time continuing thing, and the stories alternate between Raelle, and Raelle is the queen that had the baby, and this is 1,000 years ago, and then you fast forward 1,000 years and you're into Ileana's story. And you kind of get the inkling that the baby is Ileana, but it's so, the worlds are so different. And that's what makes this writer so great, is because she was able to really make great worlds that were, you know, a time frame apart, 1,000 years apart, and you bought into both of those worlds. Also, I like that the author made angels like demons. So when you think of someone talking about an angel, you're thinking they're, you know, a guardian, they're nice, they're kind, they're honest. Not in this book. Angels in this book are like demons, okay? You want to stay far, far away from them, and they are very powerful. So you find that the angels are the villains in this book, and Raelle has kind of sent her child away to be saved because angels are after her and her child. So you follow Ileana's story, and Ileana is like this badass fighter. She works for the folks that are in charge of her land that she's a part of. I mean, the whole world changed. There are now new lands and factions of people, and so she is basically like an assassin for them. You know, badass with her swords. She has names for her swords, so it's really cool and intense. But Ileana has powers, and she knows she has some powers, but she's not really sure what that means. Like, she can jump from high places without getting hurt. So she knows she has some powers, but kind of keeps them hidden from her friends and her family and everyone else. In the story of Raelle back in the kingdom 1,000 years ago, she is found out to have powers accidentally. She was saving one of her friends, and as she was saving one of her friends, she used more than one elemental power. And the prophecy is that a woman who has the ability to use more than one element will be either the Sun Queen or the Blood Queen. And of course, no one wants to be the Blood Queen because that means, you know, blood is going to be happening if this is the queen. She's going to be the bad one. And then the Sun Queen is all good and nice and everything else. So they wanted to put Raelle through trials. 7 of her elemental trials she had to pass in order to prove that she is the Sun Queen, the good queen. So as you're reading the story, you go with Raelle as she's going through these trials, which are just like the worst thing that she could go through. They are like so mean and cruel in some of these trials that they're trying to make her lose. And it's really, I mean, you get upset reading these, what they put her through. But as she's going through these trials, there is a voice in her head that is constantly there, almost like that bad, that bad angel on your shoulder that's telling you to do the wrong things. So she has that in her head, and we're reading about it and kind of meeting this other being that is talking to her through her mind. Fast forward to Ileana. Ileana is trying to find another assassin as one of her things that she has to do. She goes to try and find an assassin, but ends up getting her family captured, and she's trying to find her mother. Now, mind you, a lot of women in the kingdom or the place that she lives have been being kidnapped, and no one knows why. But she didn't care until her own mother was taken. And so as she goes on this quest to find her mother, she kind of makes an unlikely friend with someone who is supposed to be a foe, and they start, you know, helping each other out. She has to do something for him in order for him to do something for her to help her find her mom. And that's kind of how things ensue. And we start learning the background about these angels and the background about these kingdoms. And it is dirty and messy and it's crazy. So this book, when I tell you, is a ride. It's 500 pages of a good time. And for this to be a trilogy, I am so far in deep with this one that you would be crazy not to pre-order this, okay? This comes out in May, so it's next month. Don't waste your time pre-ordering this. Go ahead and put it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever you buy your books. Go on and do that now, because I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those ones that you dive right in and you're not going to stop to the end. So in the end, I gave this 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. It only took a star away because it took a while to fully understand what was going on with the time lapse. But other than that, everything was really good. I really enjoyed this book. So I recommend it. Make sure that you subscribe, like the post. Once I get to 1,000, we start doing giveaways, book giveaways. And also make sure that you're following the blog to read about what I wrote on this book. If you want more in-depth detail, check it out at RagingBookReviews.com. Other than that, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.